Welcome to the Eagle Eye Podcast, the number one show to bring you all things Club América and Ish, from tactical analysis
Pelota para la banda izquierda.
to player updates. We've got you covered on all the latest news on Las Águilas. Now, let's start the show. This is the Eagle Eye Podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We'll wait a little bit more until we get more people coming in. I see Chris is in the chat already. How's it going, Chris? Hopefully you're staying nice, warm, and dry. It's a rainy one out here in Southern California. Right. So, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the little pregame episode here on the Eagle Eye Podcast. We are live at Dignity Health Sports Park. We are minutes away from kickoff between Las Águilas del América and the LA Galaxy, a friendly that has caused somewhat of commotion in and around both fan bases, right? The LA Galaxy fans asking themselves what is there to play for if the season is well done and over, and Las Águilas del América are asking themselves, should we be playing this matchup with so much at stake, with Liguilla right around the corner? There's a lot going on in and around what we can think of. But at the end of the day, these two are here. These two are here to face off against each other. And it is a cold, windy, rainy night. And if you live in Mexico City for whatever reason you were here and you're going to watch this game, you probably felt like you were watching a typical home game with America this season, with the amount of rain that has dropped here in Carson, California, which is crazy to say so. But again, Las Águilas del América typically are the home team whenever they do end up being here at Dignity Health Sports Park, and it's nonetheless either. And if for those of you who had questions regarding of how much LA Galaxy fans were actually going to show up and even how much this game actually mattered in the context of it, well, let me just kind of show you guys the Porra side of it all, right? Let me show you guys what's going on over in the stadium, in the section. Let me show you guys right here. Or not. A little bit of technical difficulties. Okay, I was going to show you guys that there's literally nobody in the Porra section for the LA Galaxy, whilst America's Porra was shifted over to the other section of the stadium. I don't know exactly why my camera decided to not work on this one, but nevertheless, you're going to have to take my word for it. So we're counting down 18 minutes before kickoff here, and I just kind of wanted to hop on, talk a little bit. I know we haven't really spoken in a minute. I do apologize about that. It's just a lot of scheduling conflicts that have made things difficult for us to kind of podcast on the regular, but we are trying to bring you guys as much coverage as we can over on our social media platforms. And I mean, if you're asking me what I think about this game specifically, I do feel like this is a game that shouldn't be needing to take place at the time. You're looking at all these external factors, the injuries that have been accumulating. I'll talk about starting 11s in just a minute, but there is so much that can be avoided if you don't play this game that I just think that, in hindsight, America could have stayed back in Mexico. They could have played their friendlies in Coapa like they typically usually do ahead of Liguilla. And you could have just called it a day. But, I mean, it's unfortunate. So, question from Juan Cortez saying, where will they stream this? I do believe that it should be on TUDN, and if I'm not mistaken, the LA Galaxy are also broadcasting this over on their website. If you guys want to check it out over there, probably might be the easiest thing. So, on the LA Galaxy YouTube channel, as Chris likes to mention. Chris is on the other hand disagreeing with me, saying we should 100% be playing this game. The rest is needed, but so is Spar, and hopefully Johnny can manage it. So I guess in one way or another, I know that this game is very much needed for the sparring perspective, but I think you could have found anybody over in Mexico to do this with, and avoid the travels, avoid all of that hassle, and just my perspective from it. So if you guys want to, we can talk starting 11s here now that I officially have him up. So give me a second here. Alrighty, so starting 11s for Las Águilas del América are Rodolfo Cota in goal with a back three of Ramon Juarez, Igor Lichnowsky, and Cristian Borja. In the midfield, you have Jonathan Dos Santos returning to his once home here in Dignity Health Sports Park, and then of course Alan Cervantes, and the captain tonight is Álvaro Fidalgo. Davila is going to be playing alongside with Sendejas and Alan St. Maximan. So Mr. Gucci Man will get a chance to make an appearance here in Southern California. And up top, Patricio Salas. So the Canterano gets another chance to try to impress us and see if he can somehow find a way to keep himself in this roster. I know there's been a lot of stuff said about Patricio Salas, how good he is, how the lack of performances here and there at times, a lack of service. But it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see what's going on. So right now, if you guys can hear all the cheering in the background, it is a homage to Paul Aguilar. Looks like they're giving him a nice little tribute, and nice to see Paul Aguilar still, very much true to the colors of Las Águilas del América. And he was out there at the fan festival signing autographs, taking pictures, and alongside him was our very beloved friend Jen Munoz. So shout out to Jen. It was great to see her. It was great to talk to her for a little bit, and it's nice to see that again the fans continuously love what she did, and just absolutely love to be able to kind of take pictures with her, signatures and all that good stuff. So shout out to Jen, who is here in the stadium present, and I'm sure is doing her best to stay dry, because boy, it is it is raining crazy. With that said, I think that's pretty much what I have in hands here. And with Paul Aguilar taking his little homage. Chris saying Jonathan Dos Santos retirement game could be looked upon like that. But like I mentioned, this is a game hopefully that brings a good spectacle. The pitch looks to be in good conditions. The fans are hopeful that they didn't waste their time coming out here a wet, rainy, stormy night. I'm sure it did end up affecting the overall attendance. It's not as packed as I'm used to. And trust me, I've seen an America come play with nothing but youngsters against like a Liga MX side, and this place is packed to the brim. And so, at the moment, it's looking like it'll be, I want to say maybe 40% filled stadium. We'll see what happens from there. But yeah, I mean, players to look out for. Obviously, you want to see a competitive game. You want to see this America attack actually click. The fact that Sendejas gets to get a little bit of rep with St. Maximum, bring themselves back up to speed. Álvaro Fidalgo as well. We just have to be very cautious. Take care of both of those players, just because of how injury prone they are. And Max as well. We've seen him kind of limp off of some games here and there. So it's a lot of question marks around him and his health. So let's just see what happens, and let's just fingers crossed that this is a nice, good competitive game with no injuries. It's just kind of scary to think when you think about the rain, how slippery everything's going to be. But let's just hope again that these players come out full force, give themselves a good rep out there, and then afterwards call it a night, go home and get some rest. So we'll see what's going to happen. Alrighty then, I'm going to be signing off right now. We're going to probably come back at halftime, talk a little bit more. We're 12 minutes away from kickoff. Once they finish the homage right here to not just Paola Aguilar but Kobe Jones, it's going to be the typical bring out the the flags, the banners, and all that stuff, national anthems, and then we'll get this party started. All right. With that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed so far the coverage that we've been providing you guys over on our social media platforms, as well as what we've been doing already right here behind the scenes. And yeah, looking forward to what hopefully should be a very, very interesting game. Hopefully a competitive one, right? And I don't know, a safe one at that. So you guys stay safe, stay dry. If you guys, for some whatever reason, happen to be in the stadium and are watching us, and yeah, have a good one. And we'll be back at halftime to talk all things Club America. We'll give you guys a rundown of the first half and what we expect in the second. All right, with that said, you guys take care. As always, arriba la America.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was another production of the Eagle Eye Podcast, the #1 source for all things Club America in English. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Eagle Eye Podcast and get all the latest in coverage. And subscribe to our podcast.